Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled beside a whispering forest, lived a young woman named Alara. Alara was known throughout the village for her kind heart and her beautiful, melodious singing voice. One day, a traveling merchant arrived in the village, bringing with him tales of faraway lands and wondrous creatures. Alara was captivated by his stories. He told her about a hidden valley where the flowers sang in perfect harmony and a crystal stream flowed with liquid moonlight. Inspired by the merchant's stories, Alara decided to embark on a journey to find this magical valley. She packed a small bag with some bread, cheese, and a water skin, said goodbye to her friends and family, and set off into the whispering forest. In a quaint village nestled beside a whispering forest, lived a young woman named Alara. She possessed a spirit as radiant as the dawn, but her heart held a quiet sorrow. Alara worked as a caregiver, tending to the elderly and the sick, her days filled with selfless acts of kindness. One day, an old woman, her face etched with the stories of time, entrusted Alara with a secret: the legend of the forgotten bloom. A mystical flower said to bloom only for those who had known true sorrow and yet continued to offer love to the world. Intrigued, Alara ventured into the whispering forest, her heart pounding with a mixture of hope and trepidation. She followed a winding path, the air growing cooler as she delved deeper into the woods, sunlight struggling to pierce the canopy above. The annual Rosewood Festival was approaching in the small town of Oakhaven, but a strange melancholy hung in the air. This year, the prized sunset rose, a variety known for its vibrant gradient of colors, was failing to bloom. Old Man Hemlock, the town's most experienced rose grower, shook his head in dismay. "Never seen anything like it," he muttered, examining the lifeless buds. "It's like they've forgotten how to bloom." Everyone suspected the new Rosewood Corporation factory just outside of town was the cause. While promising jobs, the factory's emissions had been blamed for the strange weather patterns and the increased acidity of the soil. Sarah, a young environmental scientist who had recently moved back to Oakhaven, was determined to find proof. One afternoon, while collecting soil samples near the factory, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden shed. Inside, she found old research documents detailing a forgotten experiment conducted decades ago by the original Rosewood family. These documents revealed that the sunset rose was not a naturally occurring variety. It had been genetically engineered to thrive on a specific, now depleted, mineral found only in a small, secluded grove near the factory. This information was deliberately kept secret, and the grove was now being negatively affected by the factory's operations. Sarah knew she had to act fast. She contacted Thomas, a local journalist known for his investigative reporting. Together, they presented their findings to the town council. However, they faced strong opposition from Mayor Thompson, who was heavily invested in the Rosewood Corporation. He dismissed their concerns as unfounded rumors. Discouraged, Sarah and Thomas didn't give up. They decided to organize a community effort to revitalize the forgotten grove. They rallied volunteers to clear debris, test the soil, and introduce the necessary mineral supplements. Their efforts were met with resistance from the factory workers, many fearing for their jobs. One evening, as the town gathered at the grove, ready to start the supplementation, Mayor Thompson arrived, accompanied by a security team. He ordered everyone to disperse, threatening arrests. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, Old Man Hemlock stepped forward. He had brought with him the last surviving vial of the original mineral solution, carefully preserved by his grandfather. Sarah, Thomas, and Old Man Hemlock defied the mayor's orders, pouring the solution onto the barren soil as the community watched. A faint glow emanated from the grove, and over the next few days, the sunset roses slowly began to bloom. The town's support swayed. The factory employees started quietly supporting the grove restoration. The government launched investigations into the actions of the Rosewood Corporation, eventually leading to a requirement to install more environmentally friendly systems. The Rosewood Festival was more meaningful than ever, celebrating not just the beauty of the roses but also the resilience of the community and the importance of protecting the environment. Sarah and Thomas were hailed as local heroes, proving that even the smallest voices can make a big difference. The Forgotten Grove became a symbol of Oakhaven's renewed commitment to its heritage and future.